Well, Vincent, Monday morning, and we start the week with some M&A. AstraZeneca, the pharma company, has been out buying. What's it bought?
Well, it's bought a company in California called Pearl Therapeutics, which is developing a respiratory drug. And it's quite close to approval by the FDA, and the whole development process is almost complete on this drug. And it's paying potentially $1 billion and more for this company, about half of that to the owners to acquire the product, and the other half depending on how successful the actual product is when it's developed. But it's still quite away from development.
So it's expanded into this respiratory disease drug. So what's this fit into AstraZeneca and where AstraZeneca is going at the moment?
Well, it fits in relatively easily into the existing AstraZeneca portfolio, because respiratory has been identified by Pascal Soriot, the CEO, as one of the 5 growth platforms that he wants to pursue in order to turn AstraZeneca around. I mean, we're familiar with the fact that AstraZeneca is probably the worst impacted of the big pharma companies by patent expiries. And so there's a big job ahead to rebuild the portfolio, to bring new drugs in, to rebuild the pipeline. And this is really one of the first steps that he's taken to do so.
And is he going to buy that whole pipeline in, or is there also an effort to improve R&D?
Well, he's trying to improve R&D as well. AstraZeneca is one of these, is a member of the big pharma club, but it's a shrinking company. Revenues and earnings are shrinking as drugs go off patent. So it has this very large infrastructure that it sort of needs to prop up, either that or shut it down. Now it's closing down some of it, but it needs to develop R&D as well, because it will not simply be able to rebuild itself through M&A.
And how have investors been reacting to this approach from Mr. Soriot?
I think at the moment they're giving him, let's call it the benefit of the doubt. I was going to say a vote of confidence, but I think that might be a bit too much, although the share price has done really pretty good actually over the last few months, as pharma, as a sort of defensive sector has done really well globally. But there's a lot priced into AstraZeneca's share price now. Investors have, I think, given him the time and the space he needs to do the job for a couple of years to try to see how the turnaround will look. But there's a lot of scope for disappointment in that share price.
It sounds like Mr. Soriot has his work cut out for him, and perhaps there might be more deals on the way. Vincent, thank you very much.